livestock operation. Ellen, on the other hand, was raised in the suburbs and had no farming background at all. Her interest in agriculture blossomed during her teenage and early adult years, and it took shape when she was hired to manage a large vegetable farm in the early 1990s. With her help, the farm flourished into one of the most successful and admired operations in the mid-Atlantic. With such strikingly different paths to agriculture, together we offer a wealth of farming experience to share. Thus, we have divided up the chapters to best reflect our respective passions and areas of expertise. Still, a project of this scope has natural limitations, and you should be apprised of these challenges well in advance. Though your authors have each built successful farm businesses, employing high peaks and navigating the lowest swales of farming, and combined bring roughly 50 years of hard-won agricultural experience to assist you in your journey, let's be perfectly clear. We can't tell you how to farm. That would be akin to explaining through a book how to sing, or paint, or dance. After learning all the means and methods, there is always an element of artistry involved, and this shouldn't be undervalued. But even more important are a handful of unquantifiable components: your individual capacities, your personal circumstances, and all the heart you can possibly muster. So how can we address these myriad variables in any sort of useful way? We believe it starts with being honest throughout. Sure, we can offer time-worn advice and useful generalizations, and we will. We can provide anecdotes about farming, business, and marketing, and we will. We can offer rural humor that will help mitigate the harsh life-and-death realities of agriculture, and we'd better. But to make this book a truly useful tool, we must push into somewhat uncharted territory. This means suspending many core beliefs in mainstream agricultural thinking, in conventional economic motivations, and in traditional life destinations. Call it virgin territory, or call it the wild. Regardless, we'll do our best to help you navigate this unfamiliar terrain. Start Your Farm will lay the foundations that all good farmers possess: resilient problem-solving, sure-footed prioritization, calm analytical thinking, and devoted profit-making. Do you have it in you to transform 5 acres into a productive, financially viable farmstead? How about 50, or even 500? By the end, we think that you will, and we will provide ideas and concepts that will be translatable, scalable, and revenue-generating. Nevertheless, as farmers, we remain faced with problems beyond our control. In the 21st century, the price tag of land is more often commensurate with building a house, a subdivision, or a shopping mall than with agricultural use. This is especially true within a 100-mile radius of any major American city, or within 25 miles of any mid-sized town. It's a departure from as recently as a few decades ago, when open land beyond city limits was much more commonly used for farming. Over the course of only 2 generations, finding affordable land has become nearly impossible for the new producer. This is a major issue of our time, and one we'll fully address. Compounding this problem is that land prices are often so high that for established farmers, especially those whose children or family don't want to take over the farm, selling their land often seems like their only viable retirement option. To help solve this, in Start Your Farm, we lay out multiple investment and retirement strategies that don't involve selling the farm. When farmers sell land, these acreages commonly end up as subdivisions or commercial centers, creating less land supply and more demand, driving prices ever higher. It's a vicious cycle, to be sure. Thus, the majority of affordable land ends up being located far away from a concentrated customer base, limiting farmers' options as to how their goods can be marketed. All combined, these overlapping factors have created self-perpetuating momentum toward bigger and more specialized farms, with the vast majority of producers